live from Albert Alley Gymnasium on the campus of Nevada Union High School. Touchdown Productions, the leader in local sports television, is proud to present Nevada Union Lady Miners basketball. Tonight, on senior night, your Nevada Union Lady Miners take on the Woodcreek Timberwolves. We're on the road to the playoffs, where every game is important and all the action is coming up right here, right now. It's your NorCal Game of the Week. Now the NU Lady Miners continue their road to the playoffs at the Allied tonight as they host the Woodcreek Timberwolves. Good evening, basketball fans, wherever you are across our worldwide audience. This is Paul Brown, and joining me tonight, as usual, in the broadcast booth, Steve Sitter, Jen Maneri, and Austin Smith. Our producer and director and the commander, too, is Gilbert M. Dominguez. And, of course, he is joined by the rest of the Touchdown Production sports team of Sanyo Enos, Tony Randini, and they're all here and get ready tonight for the final SFL game of the regular season. But before we get started, it is our tradition here at Touchdown Productions. We start with bonus coverage of the JV boys game, which you currently see underway. We're in the fourth quarter. The score is the NU Miners 51, and, of course, Woodcreek is at 29. I'm going to hand this game over to Steve Sitter. Steve.
Thanks, Paul. This has been a very consistently one-sided game. Woodcreek not able to score more than 9 points in a quarter. In fact, they've scored 9 in the first, 8 in the second, and 8 in the third. So far in the fourth, they have only scored 4. Although they have stalled Nevada Union's offense, as they have only scored 4 in this quarter as well. They've fallen back into more of a prevent defense, not really going for the steals or the high pressure that they did earlier in the game. And that three on the way from Andrew Knapp is no good. And you surges down the court quickly. A long three up, no good, but fouled. Elias Weiss-Pressler will head to the line to shoot 3.
And just look at Elias Weiss-Pressler. He is going to be one tall boy. I'm sure the Miners will enjoy his presence next season, Steve.
Right now he's listed as 6'2", 170.
Has a nice stroke. Hits the first one.
I'd say that measurement is fairly accurate from where I'm sitting.
And if you look at his feet, he looks like he's going to be about a foot taller.
Second shot rolls in. We get some subs for both teams. Jake Moaning for Woodcreek and Riley James for Nevada Union. 53-29 is the score. Woodcreek with 16 fouls in the half, so the Miners are in the bonus. Third shot by Weiss-Pressler is good, so he hits all 3, extending the lead to 25 with just under 5:30 to go in the game. Woodcreek have been trying to get their perimeter shooting online and just haven't been able to connect as that shot hits the padding under the backboard. Nice recovery and pass. Kyle Kern with the second chance points. This is generally the time in the game when you want to run some clock off, but this Woodcreek defense playing very physical, very tight, and the referees mostly letting play go on. There have been some very, very, very physical plays under the basket with bodies flying everywhere and no call, and that, although not one of them does draw a foul call on Woodcreek, team foul number 7, and that will be at least 1 free throw for Nevada Union.
The official standing right in front of our booth here, Steve. I think he heard you. He hasn't called many fouls tonight. Well, he decided to make this one of his only. Vic Edwards at the line. He gets the first.
He will shoot another. Lead is up to 24. Still 4:49 left. And this is an excellent prelude to the Lady Miners, who play following this game. And it is senior night at Nevada Union, being the last home game of the season. So all 5 seniors for the Lady Miners will be honored, as well as their families. Slick ball handling from Knapp. He almost lost it, but reeled it in. Knapp drives right, takes the long fadeaway three and drains it. Nothing but net for Andrew Knapp.
Boy, that's just show off for right. That's got something and makes the shot as well. Shot darn near hit the ceiling.
Pass down low for Edwards. Edwards drives, flips it up and in. Edwards using some spin off the backboard to stop the ball's momentum and gets it to fall in.
Vic Edwards says, I got some juju too. Check this out.
There's a long three on the way from Cepeda. Up and no good. Rebound taken by Riley James. And the Miners have control yet again.
You know, Steve, as lopsided as the score is, very entertaining game.
Woodcreek definitely has the energy level. It's just they have not found a consistent offense. And they've been getting fairly open shots. That long three from Knapp has really been the exception rather than the rule tonight. We've seen lots of open shots just not fall in. The Miners doing a good job of limiting the second and third chance opportunities from the JV Timberwolves. And that's really allowed their offense to take control. That first free throw is hard off the backboard from Owen Day, who is a 6'2" freshman.
Steve, not to put you on the spot, do you know the overall win-loss record of the JVs?
I do not.
I will find out from the coach, and we'll get back to you on that.
Second free throw, softer touch, still doesn't fall, but an offensive rebound by James puts it up, and that's no good, and finally the Timberwolves have it. 3:30 left in the fourth quarter. 57-34 Miners on top. Quick three off the hand of Brandon Davis, no good. Rebound taken by James. James, who is 5'10", plays much taller. Long two on the way and good from Jeremiah Jones. And Coach Casey takes a quick timeout to get Ben Brook in the game. 3:10 remaining. The JV Miners have a 25-point lead yet again in this game, which they have dominated all the way through.
And of course, stay tuned. This is just a warm-up. We're going to have the NU Lady Miners coming up directly following this JV game. The Lady Miners heading for the playoffs again this season with a record of 14-13 overall. They will take a run at it. Again, there's your Casey Wood scoreboard. NU dominant every quarter and clearly ahead, 59-34.
And this is shaping up to be the Timberwolves' best quarter of basketball from a scoring perspective, as they have reached their quarter high for the night. There's a three on the way, very short. Rebound comes to James. And I think if there's a possession that sums up tonight's game, that would be it from the Timberwolves. Wide open shot, can't convert, rebound Miners. That pass intercepted by Knapp. Knapp quickly up the court, but he's blocked off by two Miners. So Davis now the long skip pass to the corner three. No good. Rebound taken by Kern. Kern puts it up, no good. Rebound taken by Brook. Still a 25-point lead, plenty of time. And that pass is picked off. So a few turnovers, three, in fact, in about a 1.5 second span. Woodcreek gets possession once again. Nice pass down low, but the right hand can't convert. Two minutes remaining in regulation, although I don't see this game going farther than that. Nice down pass for James, and he puts it up and in. Lead is now up to 27. And that pass is too hot for Kern to handle. It falls off his hand and onto the Woodcreek bench. Now Austin Cole comes in for Andrew Knapp. And I think that's basically Coach Cepeda for Woodcreek saying, come on, guys, get some minutes, because this is the last game of the season. Nice baseline move down low for Jones, and Jones draws the foul.
Good moving without the ball for Jones. Jones, knowing where that open space is, gets the pass and is fouled going up. 9 fouls currently for Woodcreek. Only, 9 again also for the Miners.
And that shot came off a little quick from James. Makes the second shot, and that increases the lead to 28. Largest lead of the night for the Miners. But Woodcreek looking to end this game on a high note. Long three, much too long for the basket, but the rebound falls to Hedger. Hedger passed down low, picked off by James, but it falls out of bounds, so it will stay with Woodcreek. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Quick inbound and a quick three. No good. Rebound disrupted by James. Falls to Jones. Jones gets it picked off. Falls out of bounds, and we'll go back to Woodcreek. Woodcreek defense not giving up with 1 minute and 1 second left in the fourth, down 28. There's another quick three off the inbound. That misses everything, and the Miners come up with the rebound. Vic Edwards quickly up court. Edwards across for Jones. Jones baseline, gets it knocked out of bounds. Stays with the Miners. 23 seconds on the shot clock, 46 on the game clock. So Woodcreek will have another possession, barring an offensive rebound off the rim. That pass down low is picked off, and there's a nice breakaway. Jacob Hedger up and no good. Rebound taken, Hayden Fay. Now there is a 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Edwards dribbles around, gives it to Fay. Fay in the corner for Jones. Jones with a baseline pass, and it is picked off by Cole. Now 15 seconds. And the runner put up and in by Austin Cole. 9 seconds left, and they throw the ball away to Moaning. Moaning for three, and good as the clock runs out. So Woodcreek, despite losing by 23 points, still has something to be proud of.
If you're going to end the season, let's end it with a 3-ball, and that's what they did. Great job by Moaning as he finishes up the quarter. Both teams now will go shake hands. Like Steve said, this is the end of the season. Many of these will play next year as seniors, but both teams successful.
And you see the Casey Wood scoreboard. Woodcreek manages to almost keep pace with the Miners, which is more than they can say for the first 3 quarters. But they did finish with some flashy offense, certainly, with those long 3-balls. And this Woodcreek JV team, 15 players, all of them sophomores. So there's going to be a lot of competition for varsity come next year.
That's a fact.
So as we get set up for the varsity girls, it is senior night in the Ally. Again, only 5 seniors on this varsity team. Woodcreek has 7, plus 4 underclassmen. They have 2 more players on their roster. So Woodcreek with a bigger roster, more selection, more seniors, more experience. But Nevada Union has the statistics and the better record.
Absolutely true. I'm looking forward to this girls' game, though, Steve. The girls are warming up. This will be a warm-up game for their entry into the playoffs. And so what do you think we'll see tonight?
I think we'll see a lot of the same thing we've seen all year. Mostly Sammy DeHart, AC Willis. They're tied for points per game. Sammy DeHart having an excellent game, coming back after, I believe, a concussion during a game early in the winter. But she's managed to come back 14.8 points per game, 8.7 rebounds per game, and a 56% from the field shooting percentage. That is outstanding. Anytime you can get close to or above 50%, you know you're doing something right on the season. So I think we'll see a lot of Sammy DeHart working on her form, maybe take some jump shots, some three-pointers. AC Willis doing what she does, sticking close on the left-hand side of the basket, just putting up those left-handed second-chance opportunities. And from Woodcreek, I really don't know what to expect. They have a huge roster, somewhat mediocre record, but this has been pretty tough this year in the PVL and the SFL. It's been kind of a wild year for all the teams involved.
And, you know, next year we're going to see AC, her twin sisters coming in. Sammy DeHart will graduate, so we'll see an entirely different team next year. Sammy, she's going to Chico State, I believe. That's what she's decided to do. And this team has got a whole bunch of firepower other than her. We'll see if it comes out tonight.
Yeah, as a team, I think what Nevada Union really wants to work on is free throws. They are not an excellent free throw shooting team on the season, averaging just 58%. And you want to get that a little higher. Ideally, you want that above 70% at this level, and then you can work on improving that at the college level. But certainly you want it better than 58% late in the season, and 32% from the three-point line. I think if they can shoot 32% from the three-point line tonight, they'll be in pretty good shape. I
would say they'd be good shape in any game if they can shoot that high of a percentage. Early in the season, Steve, the Miners have trouble putting the ball in the basket. Very, very low scoring, and that has kind of solved itself as the season's rolled on.
Yeah, so with the JV game in the books and the varsity teams on the floor, it's time for us to step aside for the first time tonight. And we'll be right back with Lady Miners and the Woodcreek Lady Timberwolves on the Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
Accidents happen, and Trips Auto Body and Paint Shop understands your frustration when they do. They work on all makes and models and have been serving Nevada County for 3 generations. Trips is a proud member of the AAA Repair Network, and their technicians are I-CAR Gold Class professionals. Trips works with all insurance companies and is a direct repair facility for AAA. Voted Nevada County's best, it's Trips Auto Body. It's time to visit the newly remodeled B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The new B&C has completely changed for your shopping convenience. Their new expanded garden center has everything you need, including expert advice on trees, shrubs, and perennials. Check out their new website and the new spring hours. And thank you for voting B&C the best hardware and building supply in 2012. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center.
Anything Green Hydroponics is your source for hydro systems, grow lights, and soils. Anything Green offers a complete range of organic nutrients as well as fungicides, miticides, and predatory bugs. Anything Green Hydroponics has just received this year's soil. Get your totes, pallets, or individual bags. Stay tuned for future workshops. It's all at Anything Green Hydroponics.
Welcome to Plaza Tire and Automotive Service in Grass Valley. At Plaza Tire and Automotive Service, the customer comes first. We only do what's right for the customer, not necessarily what's right for business. Third generation family member, learned all that I know from my Grandpa Fred, my dad, my Uncle Mike, my grandma. My entire family's been a huge part of learning about the automotive industry. Grass Valley is our 4th location, and you can also find us in Colfax, Penn Valley, and Nevada City. I am Blake Hauser, and I welcome you to join us for the grand opening at our Grass Valley location.
Back here at the Allied Gymnasium on the campus of Nevada Union High School, the Nevada Union Lady Miners about ready to take the floor with the Woodcreek Timberwolves. Gil Dominguez will be on the floor shortly with an interview with the Lady Miners coach John McDaniel. Woodcreek, as Steve mentioned in the pregame, they're 3-8 in league so far this year. The Miners Steve, what is the Miners league record so far this year?
They are 7-4 and trenched pretty firmly in third place, and it's been a pretty good year for them. They started off a little shaky, trying to find offensive footing, but really Sammy DeHart has come through off of that injury. She came back slowly, but she's gotten back up to mid-league form, and AC Willis has just been plugging away. Has done a lot of the work covering for Sammy DeHart. But what's really impressed me has been Sarah Lundmark. She has really stepped up as a senior captain, and she is second in rebounds, just barely below Sammy DeHart, and with a 48% three-point percentage. She really has stepped up her game and has become a very good offensive weapon.
And with that, we'll go down the floor here. Gil Dominguez and Coach John McDaniels. Gil?
That's right. Coach John McDaniel joins us here in the pregame show. And, Coach, the end of another long season for you guys.
Yeah, you know, it's play about 30 games by the time it's done with scrimmages and foundation game and 27 games that you're allowed to have contacts. And it went by too fast, way too fast.
Well, they do. You're in your 7th season, right?
Yeah.
So no stranger to the 30-game seasons. That's about 210 games over that time period.
Absolutely. Definitely getting better as I go along, hopefully, and enjoying every minute of it. So it's a lot of fun.
Well, we saw another great coach last night up at Colfax with Tony Camalucci taking the Placer Lady Hillman on a 10-0 run in league to sweep the PVL and win that league championship.
Yeah, he's a great coach, and they're a good team this year. They got some talented height, and they got some guards that can shoot the ball. I saw that firsthand over here back in December. And he's an enjoyable guy, too, so we always have him up for our jamboree in the preseason. And, you know, it's good to have quality coaches local.
Well, he's been coaching a long time, and, of course, he's had the seasons that weren't so good. And this year he had a 10-0, and it's nice to see that you know, that work pays off and you can get something like that.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I love the way that his girls played when they were up here. It seems like every year they've got the right mix. They've got some bigs, they've got some guards, and they always play hard, and they play it. I think they play a unique style, like it's his style. So
well, they're hill gals.
That's right. That's right.
Now, Lady Miners, if I'm not mistaken, are sitting number 12 right now.
Yeah, if you look at the Division I standings, we're number 12. Maybe have a play-in game on Friday. Maybe just get our way in and play away on Tuesday. Not sure.
And they're going to be figuring all that stuff out tomorrow.
Yeah, 5 o'clock, 5:30. We should know our seating.
Now, why would you fall to play that extra game is 17-18, isn't it? Or no, it's 18 and 9.
Last year it went all the way down to the 11th seed. So they had 6 teams that played in, and it's a weird combination of things that have to happen. But if you get 15 wins, even if you're not in the top of your league, you automatically get in. So if there's 22 teams in D1 that make it, then you play all the way down to the 11th seed.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah.
The new formula?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't understand how they were doing that either.
Yeah, my head's spinning still, so trying to figure it all out. But
right. So, Lady Miners, possible game, would it be here?
Friday night would be here, and Tuesday would definitely be on the road.
Right, so possible Lady Miner game on this Friday, and that I didn't plan on doing anything. We have another gig that we're doing on Friday, so we would miss that one. And then depending on where you go on Tuesday, we might be able to follow you. Do you have any idea? Or?
No idea whatsoever. It's seriously, my head's spinning, and I'm a math guy, and so if I can't figure it out, then I don't know who can.
Well, I'm not even going to try. Now, for the Lady Miners, you got a couple of really big scorers right now that are tied, actually, for scoring.
Yeah, AC and Sammy scoring about 15 a game. And we have others that have been really stepping up. Grace Pay has been putting in a few points a game. Sarah Lundmark is really there when we need her. And then we have Casey Baldwin filling it up a little bit, too. And Grace Golsvig does what she has to do inside as well.
And no bigger play than the last time we saw you against Folsom. 10 seconds left on the clock, and AC Willis intercepts a pass that's going across court, drives all the way down underneath the basket, lays it up and in to secure the victory.
Yeah, that was the most exciting finishes to a game I've ever been a part of, especially in front of a lot of people like it was that night. And to have, a sophomore who just, you could tell she wanted to win that game. All of the girls did, but you could tell the way she was playing defense the last 2.5 minutes that her, Sammy, and Grace Pay, they just kind of took that game over, and it was something special to see that night.
Well, and watching it on the replay, the ball handler was over in the far corner, and AC had stepped back into the key, kind of watching it. But when she saw her telegraph that with her eyes, she immediately broke as soon as that ball was in the air.
Yeah, it's just, great defenders. They kind of see the floor like they're going to intercept every pass, like a great safety in football. And AC did. She stepped back into what we call your gap, which is a good defensive position to be in. And as soon as that girl cocked her arm, just like a great DB, she made that run at the ball and got a hand on it, and amazing finish at the other end.
It was amazing finish, and our very own Tony Rondini right in front of us had that shot. She happened to be there because there was a free throw just prior to that, and it was a beautiful shot that she got with AC coming down the court and laying it up on the left side for the basket and ultimately the win.
Yeah, that was extremely, extremely exciting, and I think it'll be a long time before I forget about that win.
Now tonight you got senior night, another kind of emotional moment. Fortunately for you, the senior night is in between the two games, so it might not have as much effect as it would if it was before the game.
Yeah, girls, they love senior night. They want to say goodbye to their leaders, and we have 4 great leaders this year. Jen Becker, can't say enough about her. She goes all out whenever she gets any time, and in practice she's just amazing. And then, the floor leader, Sammy DeHart, Grace Pay, Sarah Lundmark, they're just good kids, and you really like to see those kids come out and perform well, especially on senior night, but they've been performing at a high level all season.
Well, they have, and ultimately it's another good year for the Lady Miners.
3 minutes.
And thank you so much for your work with them, and we look forward to seeing what happens in the playoffs and, of course, touching base with you next year.
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of fun, and we appreciate your coverage, too. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks a lot for joining us. There he is, John McDaniel, the leader for the 7th year in a row of the Lady Miners. And, just a great season, some great girls, some great basketball action we saw last time we were here with Folsom. And, of course, playoffs are just on the horizon. So that's it for the pregame. Let's go ahead and take our second break of the evening. When we come back, it's Paul and Steve bringing you Lady Miner basketball right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. Be right back.
Hello, I'm Dr. Victoria Tutak, and welcome to Advanced Chiropractic Centers. Are you tired of living with debilitating pain, physically impacting the quality of your life? Here at Advanced Chiropractic Centers, we offer a variety of options. We are a result-driven office devoted to your health care. My name is Dr. T, and I look forward to meeting your health care needs.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations, and thank you for keeping your business local.
We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I've been shopping here for about 20 years, and the people are very courteous, and I especially like the meat counter. It's nice. You have a great selection, very helpful.
Because it's local, it's small, they have wonderful selections of things I need, and the personnel are very nice.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the Foothills leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks a lot for tuning in tonight. And be sure to stay with us after the game as we present the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Production staff will select the best player of tonight's game and award them with a plaque created by Stookies. It's the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award coming up right after this exciting sports telecast right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. Guys, back up to you.
Great rendition of the national anthem by the NU Minor Band as we were about ready to introduce the girls on the floor. As Steve mentioned earlier, it is senior night, so we will have a dedication to the seniors at halftime. And in some cases, the seniors will start, Steve. I'm not sure if that'll happen tonight.
I'm not sure how Woodcreek is going to start 7 players, but I think tonight might be the night.
Santana Ramsey. As the girls exchange gifts. Senior night is one of my favorites. It gives them a chance to also recognize the parents who give a lot. Having 2 sons that went through high school. As we announced that players, number 10, this is Kaylee Daniels.
And Woodcreek does start 4 seniors. The lone junior starter, number 24, Carla Decker.
Sammy DeHart. Big applause for Sammy. My favorite player over the last few years. Sammy has really done the job going to Chico State. Number 5, Grace Pay. Grace always giving it her all, a spark plug on this team. And then you want to talk about a spark plug, here's the cylinder, AC. AC Willis. Jen Becker, always a presence on the floor when she's in, and of course, Sarah Lundmark, the 5'9" senior. Sarah will start tonight. This is the last league game, Steve, and this is kind of a warm-up like we talked about for the beginning of the playoffs to come.
I think what the Lady Miners really want to look for is production early from AC Willis, as she has been an excellent second-half player who sort of struggles finding a rhythm in the first half. And she really comes in handy when the big seniors, DeHart, Pay, and Lundmark, it's almost like they seem to flame out, and yet AC always manages to pick up the slack when necessary. So if AC can find a groove early on, I think that bodes really well for the Lady Miners.
And so for the start and the tip-off, I'll hand this game play-by-play over to Steve Sitter. Steve.
Thanks, Paul. And the one thing I want to point out beforehand, Woodcreek, though they have 14 players, they have no players who are above 5'11". In fact, there's only one 5'11" player on the Woodcreek roster, and she is not a starter. Taking the tip is number 24, Carla Decker, and she is 5'10". So DeHart will have a 2-inch advantage on her for the tip. And she used all of it, winning that tip decisively. Back to Grace Pay, and the Miners have the first possession. Becker, not usually a starter, but it is senior night, so she will get one. Pay goes right side, down low for DeHart. Back out for Lundmark for 3. No good. Rebound taken Woodcreek.
Smallest player on the floor gets a rebound.
I think she might have an inch on Becker. That's about it.
That's Sierra Johnson.
Nice pass down low, knocked out of bounds by Lundmark. So it will stay Lady Timberwolves ball, 17 seconds on the shot clock. And they throw the inbound pass out of bounds off the hands of Carla Decker, so a quick turnover by Woodcreek. Long up pass, 2-on-0. AC Willis puts it up with the left hand, and that's about the easiest 2 points I have ever seen AC Willis score. Full court press employed by the Lady Miners. Broken fairly quickly, and a foul called on Becker.
Jen getting a little bit aggressive, trying to keep the ball in the back half of the court. Here's a replay. Now watch AC. She can't pass it off to Becker. Decides, no, this is just too easy. I'll take it myself with the left hand.
No, way too many things can go wrong with a pass, even a wide open one. Pass down low for Decker. Batted away, back to Cashow, but knocked out of bounds by Willis. "17 seconds on the shot clock. Woodcreek looking to get something going in the paint. Almost picked off by DeHart. Woodcreek down to 5 seconds. Finally get it down low and picked off by Lundmark. DeHart dribbles out of traffic. A 3-on-2 down low. High pass for Becker. Becker puts it up. No good. She fights for the rebound but falls out of bounds.
Good hustle by Jen Becker. She's pretty tiny on the floor there, getting that ball up amongst all the bigs. Pretty difficult for Jen.
And I stand corrected. Santana Ramsey and Jen Becker are both 5'4". And that pass for Cashow is thrown out of bounds, just out of her reach. So another Woodcreek turnover. That makes 3. A half-hearted full-court press by the Lady Timberwolves. Miners easily over the half-court line and will set up. DeHart just cuts straight to the basket, puts it up and in.
Sammy DeHart, she can hit you outside, she can hurt you inside. I think she saw a little weakness inside, and she also sensed the height advantage.
First free throw of the game is up and good for Sammy DeHart. And the Miners lead 5-0. Quick foul on Grace Pay down the sideline. We got a hip check on Kylie Daniels. Second team foul for the Lady Miners. Woodcreek with just 1. And Woodcreek looking for their first points of the game. That pass is picked off by Sammy DeHart. DeHart puts it up and in. Daniels just could not get back quick enough. DeHart had half a step on her, and that's all she needed. Woodcreek now quickly up court, and Pay gets a face, or a hand to the face of Carla Decker.
Now this is classic Sammy DeHart. We've seen it for years now. She plays offense through her defense, anticipating the pass, getting her left hand in there, knocking it away, and then keeping the defender in check with her body, going up with the right hand.
At previous play, there was no foul called. It looked like there was an accidental slap to the face, but it's just called out of bounds, so Woodcreek will inbound. No fresh shot clock, down to 10. There's a long three on the way. Looked like a travel, but she gets away with it. Kelly Reuter for three. It definitely looked like she took an extra step. Walton to Lundmark. Lundmark for three. No good. Rebound taken by Courtney Milani. Now a 3-on-1 developing down at the Wood Creek, and that shot no good. Willis grabs the rebound but steps out of bounds. So it stays Wood Creek ball.
Wood Creek had numbers that time, Steve, but just a little bit of a late pass. The wing has to cut towards the basket and get that pass on the way in. Just couldn't execute the fast break.
And the 5'4" Kelly Reuter couldn't maneuver her body to get a better angle to the basket. There's a three on the way from the corner. A bit short, rebound taken by Pei. Pei drives right side, and Pei will look like dribble it out of bounds. So that will be the first Nevada Union turnover. Wood Creek looking to get inside, and now there's a foul called on Gulsvig. No, an offensive foul was called.
That's surprising. It looked like a reach in by Gulsvig.
They're not signaling for a foul, so I'm not exactly sure what that call was.
Full court press on now, easily broken by the Miners.
That's Grace Gulsvig who's in the game. Gives it to DeHart. DeHart calls out the play, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Nice stutter step, throws up the runner, no good. Rebound taken by Hannah Ostfjord. There's another three on the way. Off the backboard and in, Paris Gockley, the 5'9" sophomore.
And it's benefit by two shots, 2 3-pointers. Wood Creek is in this game, 7-6.
That pass nearly picked off, but Lundmark recovers, gives to Pei. 3-on-1 down low. Pei gives to Willis. Willis puts it up and in. So the Miners with a press of their own. Now a 3-on-2 develops. Jump shot from the baseline is up and good. Kelsey Dawsey for two. And now the Miners get into the half court. 3-on-1 developing at the other end. Pei puts it up and in.
Half court press is not working for Wood Creek, and you beating it and scoring.
11-8 is the score. 3 minutes left in this first quarter. Seeing a lot of offensive production, and a travel is called.
Let's watch this three-pointer. It's a prayer that goes off the backboard and does go in. Long way out. And as you can see, she's got to call those.
Well, she doesn't get her change.
That's exactly right.
That travel is Wood Creek's 6th turnover. Nevada Union with just 1. And Wood Creek's going to put 5 replacements in at the next whistle. Lundmark goes up, gets blocked. Willis with the rebound. Willis with the second rebound. And Wood Creek finally recovers. They get quickly in the half court, but Nevada Union has the numbers. Long two, up and drained by Gockley.
And Gockley, with that two, brings it within a 1-point game.
11-10, now a 2-on-1 develops. And Gulsvig will get called for a travel. She wanted to pass, but as soon as it got cut off, she couldn't stop her momentum.
So in the game now, Casey Baldwin, number 15, will come in, the junior. Casey, you'd have to say, Steve, has been one of the most improved players over the season.
Oh, certainly. She's been a three-point threat, and when she started, that was basically all she was, but she was really upped her defense. Wood Creek, that pass knocked away. 7 Wood Creek turnovers, and Willis gets to the half court before Wood Creek can establish a press. Willis drives it all the way to the basket, up and in. There really is no defense for AC Willis's left hand.
You know, and that's one of her strengths, Steve. She's good with the left and the right.
That pass knocked out by DeHart, but it comes to Ramsey. Ramsey drives, gives to Cascio, blocked. You hear the fans reacting to that. 12 seconds on the shot clock for Woodcreek. Long inbounds pass. And the three up on the way, no good. Rebound taken by DeHart. DeHart dribbles straight through the middle of that full court press, but it's coughed up. First Woodcreek steal of the game. Quickly up court. Daniels with the long two. I think Lundmark got a hand on it. Nice comes out to Woodcreek. A couple of offensive rebounds and a foul is called on Pay.
You know, Woodcreek has really come out with intensity, Steve. This team is playing a little over their head, in my opinion, and really giving the Miners fits.
This is Caitlin Carr, the 5'5" senior, shooting two. She has a chance to put her team within one. First free throw is good.
In the game, Ella Watson will come in. She will replace Grace Pay.
Second shot is short. Everyone boxed out, but an offensive rebound until it finally comes to Walton. There's Baldwin in the corner, and she's fouled and will shoot three.
That is a three-pointer's dream, shooting that three ball, having to go down and getting a fourth, but Baldwin came up short off that front rim.
Just the second team foul on the Lady Timberwolves. The first foul on Ramsey. Baldwin's first shot is off the back of the rim. 13-11 with 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Baldwin hits her second. Third shot no good. Baldwin tries to come up with the rebound, but can't. Woodcreek quickly across the half court. A lot of perimeter passing from the Lady Timberwolves. Ramsey drives baseline, no good. Willis tries to come up for the rebound, and we've got a foul. I believe this will be on Carla Decker. And it is loose ball foul. Jen Becker comes into the game for Sammy DeHart. Walton trapped in the corner, gives to Lundmark across the half court, thrown across for Becker. Becker to Baldwin, Baldwin for three, and it's good.
Great shot, Baldwin from the corner. That's the shot she wanted. Had herself set, and Becker got the ball to her.
4 seconds left, the runner no good. Rebound Willis, and the pass up for Baldwin. Can't get a shot off in time, but they don't need it. The Miners' offensive game certainly in the first quarter for both teams, but NU leads 17-11.
And a very close ball game. We didn't really think it was going to be this close, but certainly both teams turning on the intensity. Both teams showing 3 fouls on the scoreboard as they finish the first quarter. There's your Casey Wood scoreboard. I would say Nevada Union was scoring most of their points off of the full court press.
Absolutely. Just looking at the first quarter totals, that's the stat that stands out more than any other. Woodcreek with 7 turnovers on 3 Nevada Union steals. Nevada Union with just 3 turnovers on 1 Woodcreek steal. In pretty much every other regard, Woodcreek has better statistics. Now that is the one that is causing the most problems for the Lady Timberwolves and what's keeping Nevada Union on top right now.
Be sure to join us next time. The road to the section titles. Game of the week will be there, and follow to the championships. These Lady Miners will be part of that broadcast.
In what many thought would be a rebuilding year, the Lady Miners have put on an excellent show. And Kylie Daniels drives to the basket and is fouled, so Woodcreek will quickly get a chance to cut into that 6-point lead.
Like you said earlier, Steve, they really missed Sammy DeHart in their scoring and had trouble putting the ball in the basket early on. But with Sammy back and in full swing and making those jump shots, and with her defensive intensity, I think they're following her scoring. We'll see how far they can get in the playoffs.
And she's not just a shooter, she is an excellent team player. She will easily give the ball up if there's an open teammate. Woodcreek 1 of 2. They are 2 of 4 on the night, which is exactly what the Lady Miners are. A 3 on the way from Baldwin, no good, but a rebound by Willis, which is contested. Results in a jump ball, stays with the Lady Miners. 18 seconds on the shot clock.
I really thought Baldwin was fouled there as she let that 3 ball go.
Well, it's unlike her to miss the rim on a 3-pointer. One pass to Baldwin. Baldwin takes a long 2. No good, but the rebound by Walton. And now she's fouled. And the foul will be on Ramsey. I believe that's her second. It is. Both teams with 14 fouls. Woodcreek with 5 subs yet again. They certainly have the depth to do that with 14 players.
Raymond Beck, the coach, Steve, I think he's platooning. He has certain squads that work together.
Long 3 on the way from Walton. No good. Becker almost comes up with the rebound. But Woodcreek has it in the half court. Quick drive by Milani. Milani up, no good. Offensive rebound. Ostfjord gets it and is blocked. And Nevada Union stays with it. DeHart dribbles off of Milani, so it stays with Nevada Union. DeHart gets kind of bailed out as her team abandons her in that press. Now Walton has it quickly up for Baldwin. Baldwin back for DeHart. DeHart with some momentum gives to Becker. Becker for 3. Much, much too hard. Comes all the way back out to the half-court line. Rebound taken, Woodcreek. Milani goes up with it and puts it in. Courtney Milani, the 5'8 sophomore, with her first 2 points of the game. That makes it 17-14.
First field goal of the quarter for Woodcreek.
3-on-2 developing. Hard pass for Willis. Willis has to dribble out and give back to DeHart. Walton down for DeHart. DeHart, the quick spin. No good. Rebound taken, Woodcreek. And that will go off Becker. We've got some subs coming in for Nevada Union. Gulsvig and Pay will come in for Walton and Becker. This game really playing more like a boys' game in terms of speed and physicality. 3-on-2 developing. Miners get back, a long 3, up and no good. Rebound taken by Gulsvig. DeHart carefully up and across the half court. 6 minutes left, 17-14, Miners lead. Willis now will take the 3. That's long. DeHart with the cleanup and puts it back in.
That ball was shot so flat it was almost like a pass.
Well, in hockey, you can't pass it off the goalie's pads. So why not a pass off the backboard? And that's picked off by Baldwin. Gulsvig with it.
Hey, swing again, swing.
And it finds its way to Grace Pay. Baldwin takes the 3. No good. That rebound taken by Reuter.
Casey.
And a quick whistle.
Better shot.
And that's going to be a foul on Pay. That's the 5th team foul. Seeing a lot of these fouls called on rebounds. That's Pay's 3rd. So they will have Lundmark come in for her. Don't want Grace Pay getting in foul trouble. She is the assist leader by a long shot. Woodcreek looks to break the press, and they do. Gulsvig maybe gets away with a reach, but Milani still drives, and that goes off of the foot of AC Willis. So it will stay with the Lady Timberwolves 18 on the shot clock.
Good penetration that time from Milani, but probably should have kept the ball herself, gone up for the basket rather than pass it off.
Right off the inbound, Willis knocks it out of the hands of Dossie. So the shot clock is now down to 16. Inbound to Ostfjord. Down to 8 on the shot clock. Down to 4. Bench is not alerting them to the fact. Quick 2. Doesn't hit the backboard, but the rebound comes out to DeHart, who drives up court. Right hand gives to Baldwin. Baldwin for 3 and nails it.
Baldwin's got her spot in the corner over there, Mark, with a piece of duct tape, I think. That's exactly where she wants it.
And until Woodcreek can defend that, I don't think she's going to stop taking that shot anytime soon. That ball falls out of bounds. DeHart almost picks it off, but not quite. Audrey Jackus comes in for Casey Baldwin. This is the first we've seen of the senior number 20. 8-point lead for the Lady Miners. Baseline drive and a blocking foul called on Sammy DeHart. That's team foul number 6. That's only Sammy's first foul, but now Woodcreek will be in the bonus for the next 4 minutes and 19 seconds. That shot blocked by Gulsvig. She came across to help, knocks it out of bounds. Still 27 seconds on the shot clock. 28-14 is the score with 4:15 left. Good perimeter defense, but Woodcreek finally finds an open 3, and that will rim all the way out of bounds. Woodcreek shooting 2 of 6 from the 3-point line. Nevada Union 2 of 10. They're not quite at that 32% mark. And now they're at 20. There's a long up pass for Lundmark. Lundmark all alone if she can get it under control, and she does.
Great pass by Sammy.
And Coach Beck takes a timeout. Has that look on his face like, how did no one see Sarah Lundmark all alone?
Let's take a look down on the defensive side. This is some good battling going on here. Underneath, you can see how physical this game has turned into. Steve, your comparison with the boys' game, I think, is true to form. This game has been fast and it's been very physical. Led, of course, by AC. And underneath, I think Lundmark has been taking some of the lacks defensively.
Yeah, AC Willis is playing an excellent first half. She has 6 points. Casey Baldwin and Sammy DeHart both have 7. And over at Woodcreek, Paris Gockley has 5 and Kelly Reuter has 3. Those are the scoring leaders so far. 4 minutes left in the second quarter.
There's your Casey Wood scoreboard, 24-14 is the score.
3 from the corner is good. Courtney Milani with the outside shot. So Milani now with 5. Sammy with the left hand goes all the way. Long runner, no good, but Gulsvig with the rebound. Good offensive rebounds and a long 3 all the way by Audrey Jackus, which is no good.
On. Fired up like we're playing at 3:33.
And you was called off their full court press, probably to keep their players out of foul trouble. That dribble's knocked away. Another Woodcreek turnover. 2-on-1. Sammy pulls up, in and out. Offensive rebound taken by Jackus, but I do believe she will be called for an over the back.
Seven fouls on the Miners, up by 7 points.
And since that is the 7th foul, this will be a 1-and-1 shot by Kelsey Dawsey. Santana Ramsey comes in for Caitlin Carr. (24-17), just a 7-point lead. First free throw is good. So Dawsey now with 3. And make that 4. And having made both those, she comes out. Carla Decker comes in. 2:58 now, a 5-point lead for the Lady Miners. Woodcreek keeps their full court press on. Mark brings it up, breaks the press rather easily.
Look to reverse.
Now DeHart over to Walton. Walton for Gulsvig, across for AC. AC passes up the 3, opts to drive, and just a bit too hard.
Good look, Ace.
Unusual for her to miss that shot, Steve. She's such a good finisher from the left side.
Not quite under control. And now we've got an offensive foul, a moving screen. I believe this will be on Ostfjord. And it is. That's only the 5th team foul for Woodcreek, but their 10th turnover of the half. Nevada Union with just 3, none in this quarter.
Go, go. Swing, swing.
Walton brings it up herself. Guarded by Ramsey. That pass miscommunication finds its way to Lundmark. Gulsvig all alone under the basket, puts it up and in. Nice recovery by the Lady Miners.
And good eyes by Lundmark, finding her all by herself.
Find your gap. Find your gap.
Ramsey passes down low, and Gulsvig gets called for the foul on Daniels, and this will be 2 more free throws for Woodcreek.
Minute 52 seconds left on the clock here, and Miners leading 26-19. Free throws have been keeping Woodcreek in the game.
Right now they're only 4 of 7.
With that last one.
And they make that 4 of 8 as the rebound's taken by Lundmark. Lundmark breaks the ankle of her defender. Pulls up, gives to DeHart. DeHart drives, puts it up with the right hand, no good, and a late whistle will send her to the line.
And Sammy doing a nice little flop job there at the end to make sure she got the attention of the official.
Not that there wasn't actual contact.
There was
on
contact,
play,
but not to add a little drama to it at the end.
Kelsey Dawsey comes in to replace Hannah Ostefjord, who has 2 fouls. And that is a 6th-team foul on Woodcreek, so now Nevada Union will be in the bonus for the remaining 139.
2 good strokes there by Sammy.
Woodcreek down by 9. And now a blocking foul will be called on DeHart. They tried to trap in the corner, and Sammy just got a little too much hip on that. Her 2nd foul, the 9th team foul for the Miners. First free throw is no good. Rebound is fought over, and a jump ball. Possession arrow stays with Woodcreek. So they'll have a chance to put 2 on the board. Possibly 3.
Back in the game, number 42. That's Paris Glockley.
Swinging around for three. Rolls in and out. Lundmark gets fouled fighting for the rebound. And that'll be at least one free throw for Sarah Lundmark.
Nice box out, Sarah.
Second foul on Carla Decker. And now Caitlin Carr comes in to replace her. Only 5 players on Woodcreek have points. 4 of them did not start this game. And the only player that has scored who started has 1 point on a free throw, and that's Kylie Daniels. Lundmark makes 1 of 2. Rebound is fought over, falls out of bounds off of Lundmark, so it will go to Woodcreek either way. 29-19 is the score with 1:08 on the clock. Woodcreek looking for some offensive production. They have stalled, only scoring 8 points in this quarter. Down under a minute. Courtney Milani drives all the way to the basket, but can't convert. Lundmark with the rebound. Still plenty of time on the clock. Baldwin takes the three, wide open, and hits it. 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Miners with a 13-point lead, easily their largest of the night. Willis fights for the steal, but steps out of bounds before she can corral it. $15 on the shot clock, 25 on the game clock. And the referees will have a discussion now. I'm not precisely sure about what. That looked like a pretty clean play, and the referees signal as much. Long out pass from Milani. Milani showcasing her speed, drives and loses it. Another whistle, jump ball, and this time it goes to the Miners. No shot clock, 19.8 seconds left in the half. Coach McDaniel takes the timeout.
So the Miners fighting back, trying to regain the lead that they had currently. Able to hold Woodcreek to 19 total points with 19 seconds left on the clock. You can see that Coach McDaniel's talking it over. There's your Casey Wood scoreboard. Clearly the Miners in control of this game now, 32-19.
And so far it's just been about offensive possession time. They've kept their turnovers to an absolute minimum. This is the lowest amount of turnovers I've seen from Nevada Union all year. They're doing an excellent job of keeping control of the ball. And as such, they're not giving Woodcreek any extra opportunities. Baldwin in the corner, shoots the three. No good. Walton almost comes up with the rebound. Woodcreek eventually comes up with it. 3 seconds left. Long pass up, and the three on the way is no good from Santana Ramsey. So we are at halftime. Nevada Union goes into the locker room up by 13 by a score of 32-19.
And on the floor comes a bunch of swimmer-clad, trophy-holding fans. I'm not exactly sure what that's all about, but the Water Wings and Speedos are out on the floor as they go inside the locker room. I'm not sure what's going to happen in there, but I'm sure what we will see is we will see the Lady Miners back out on the floor here shortly for the second half. Steve, if you have a recap, we'll go to that after the break.
Good call. Still doing my calculations.
You're going to need the time anyway. With that said, the NU Lady Miners leading Woodcreek 32-19. We'll see you after the break.
Accidents happen, and Trips Auto Body and Paint Shop understands your frustration when they do. They work on all makes and models and have been serving Nevada County for 3 generations. Trips is a proud member of the AAA Repair Network, and their technicians are I-CAR Gold Class professionals. Trips works with all insurance companies and is a direct repair facility for AAA. Voted Nevada County's best, it's Trips Auto Body. It's time to visit the newly remodeled B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The new B&C has completely changed for your shopping convenience. Their new expanded garden center has everything you need, including expert advice on trees, shrubs, and perennials. Check out their new website and the new spring hours. And thank you for voting B&C the best hardware and building supply in 2012. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center.
Anything Green Hydroponics is your source for hydro systems, grow lights, and soils. Anything Green offers a complete range of organic nutrients as well as fungicides, miticides, and predatory bugs. Anything Green Hydroponics has just received this year's soil. Get your totes, pallets, or individual bags. Stay tuned for future workshops. It's all at Anything Green Hydroponics.
Welcome to Plaza Tire and Automotive Service in Grass Valley. At Plaza Tire and Automotive Service, the customer comes first. We only do what's right for the customer, not necessarily what's right for business. Third generation family member, learned all that I know from my Grandpa Fred, my dad, my Uncle Mike, my grandma. My entire family's been a huge part of learning about the automotive industry. Grass Valley is our 4th location, and you can also find us in Colfax, Penn Valley, and Nevada City. I am Blake Hauser, and I welcome you to join us for the grand opening at our Grass Valley location.
There's our Casey Wood scoreboard. NU Lady Miners leading 32-19. Steve Sitter, you ready for those stats?
I am. Nevada Union looking very, very good in the first half. Certainly proving overwhelming to Woodcreek, and the main reason is their defense. Woodcreek with 10 turnovers on 5 Nevada Union steals, and that is 50% of those turnovers coming on steals, which means that is half Nevada Union defense and half Woodcreek offense responsible for those turnovers. Those need to be cleaned up if Woodcreek wants any shot at coming back in this game, because the defense for Nevada Union is fueling their offense, which doesn't really need to be refueled. In terms of three-pointers, Woodcreek 3 for 9, Nevada Union 3 for 13, so that's 23%, a little bit lower than their season average, but we saw Casey Baldwin heat up, and we saw AC Willis start to heat up at the end of the half, so that bodes well in terms of momentum. And if you look at the individual scores, Nevada Union's top scorers, Casey Baldwin with 10, Sammy DeHart with 9, AC Willis with 6, and then you look at Woodcreek, Courtney Milani with 5, Paris Gockley with 5, Kelsey Dossie with 4. All 3 of those players are bench players. And Woodcreek starters have really done not much of anything except get in foul trouble. That was pretty much their contribution to the first half. In terms of rebounds, it's fairly even. Nevada Union with 17, Woodcreek with 16. But NU with 7 offensive rebounds, and that's just them exploiting their size advantage. Grace Gulsvig, who is not very imposing at 6 foot, she doesn't really need to be. She's using those long arms and getting herself in position, and there really is no way to, I guess, block her out. The only way is to get better position, which Woodcreek is just not doing in the first half. So they have a lot to work on, certainly.
And let's take a little walk around the foothills here. Let's take a look at the standings. Here are your 2015 girl PVL standings. Placer, as Steve talked about earlier, winning again last night. They're at a solid 10-0, and they will be formidable in the playoffs. 20-6 overall, the PVL champions. Colfax behind 8-2, followed by Lincoln, Foothill, Bear River, and Center. Bear River only coming up with 1 league win this year. Then we talk about the girls SFL standing. Oak Ridge 11-0, 22-3 overall. Oak Ridge will have a top seed in the playoffs, followed by Del Oro. Del Oro seems like they're always there, Steve. 9-2 in league, 20-5 overall. I would assume that one of their league losses was to Oak Ridge. Nevada Union making a good show, 7-4 league play. 13-12 is unusual for the Nevada Union Lady Miners overall. Folsom, Woodcreek, Granite Bay, and Rockland to follow. Here are the boys, the PVL boys standings, and look what we got. Foothill and Placer battling it out as they have in past years. They are co-champions, 8-1. Foothill, although they're on top there with the 2 wins, they follow Placer with an overall record. Placer winning 20 games this season. The boys have done an outstanding job, and the game of the week will follow the Placer team into the playoffs. You can bet on it. Lincoln, Center, Colfax, and Bear River. Bear River only coming from 1 league win, 11-13 overall. Then the SFL standings, boys, Folsom, Woodcreek, 10-1. What a battle that's going to be as we move into the playoffs. They also are co-champions, and look at their record, 22-4. They will be something to see as the playoffs come on. Oak Ridge, Granite Bay follow, having good seasons overall, 16-9. Both follow, though, the juggernauts of Folsom and Woodcreek. Rockland, Del Oro, and the NU Miners. They will play Woodcreek tonight following this game.
It has certainly been an interesting year in terms of standings this year. And pretty much both leagues, it's been top 2 teams and everybody else.
That's pretty much it, huh?
Yeah, and in this case with the SFL, Nevada Union has entrenched themselves in 3rd place. And for what a lot of people were expecting to be a rebuilding year, this is fantastic. They have 2 underclassmen that have really stepped up in A.C. Willis and Grace Gulsvig. And they're both going to be very fun to watch for the next 2 years, and in the case of Gulsvig, for the next 3 years. So the future of Nevada Union basketball looking very bright. But we'll step aside. We'll have second half of Nevada Union and Woodcreek right here on your Touchdown Productions Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, I'm Dr. Victoria Tutak, and welcome to Advanced Chiropractic Centers. Are you tired of living with debilitating pain, physically impacting the quality of your life? Here at Advanced Chiropractic Centers, we offer a variety of options. We are a result-driven office devoted to your health care. My name is Dr. T, and I look forward to meeting your health care needs.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations, and thank you for keeping your business local.
We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I've been shopping here for about 20 years, and the people are very courteous, and I especially like the meat counter. It's nice. You have a great selection, very helpful.
Because it's local, it's small, they have wonderful selections of things I need, and the personnel are very nice.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the Foothills leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks a lot for tuning in tonight. And be sure to stay with us after the game as we present the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions staff will select the best player of tonight's game and award them with a plaque created by Stuckey's. It's the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award coming up right after this exciting sports telecast, right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. Guys, back up to you.
And we're back here at the Ally, starting the second half of this minor game. I expect to see more of the same. Back on the floor will be the starters. Most of them seniors here with the exception of AC. She'll be back on the floor to start the game. We do see number 24, Jem Becker. She will come back in.
Woodcreek, it doesn't look like they are starting any of the same five. And they will have possession. Paris Gockley drives to the baseline, and a blocking foul is called on Grace Pay. That is her fourth.
Grace is clearly upset. She's having a tough night, and she's almost in tears as she comes off the floor.
And Baldwin, who has 10 points, comes in. And a long pass for Gockley. And now Woodcreek sets up.
Lob help, Sarah. Good. Stay low. Win.
Nice spin move inside. Ostafjord goes up, and that goes off a minor. So it stays with the Lady Timberwolves, 18 on the shot clock. Ostafjord, 5'10" sophomore, getting a lot of playing time. Milani now with 9 on the shot clock. Milani drives, almost gets stripped by a few players, and that results in a jump ball. Miners have possession. I think Courtney Milani's speed has been reviewed by the Lady Miners, and they are respecting that driving ability. Baldwin down low for DeHart. DeHart with momentum puts it up and in. Easy two for DeHart, who has 11 on the night.
DeHart's got a great fluid motion over the basket. She didn't even look, took the pass, great hands, turns and makes the shot. Like butter.
Now Reuter tries to drive with the left hand. She's tripped up and a foul is called.
Let's watch a replay of that. Now watch Sammy slide through here off the screen, catch the ball, has it under control, turns, makes the bank shot. Nicely done.
That foul, I believe, was on Baldwin. There's some confusion at the scorer's table, but play continues.
Blitz. Stay low. Get on shoulder. Good.
Long pass. Woodcreek almost gives it up to Willis. And then Milani looks to drive, and her pass is picked off. The 11th Woodcreek turnover. 2-on-1 long mark to Baldwin. Baldwin up and in. And now Baldwin with 12.
Go talking that. Goes out.
There's a three on the way. That misses everything. DeHart with the rebound. DeHart ahead for Willis. Willis can't quite corral it. Does manage to save it, but it falls to Woodcreek, and Woodcreek takes their time crossing the half court.
Goes out.
Both teams a little flat-footed coming off of the half.
Backside.
And that pass stolen away by DeHart. Another Woodcreek turnover. DeHart up for Willis. Willis draws contact, but no call.
I think that was a good block, Steve.
Now a 2-on-1, almost picked off by Lundmark, but nicely recovered by Hannah Ostafjord. 36-21 is the score, 5:26 left in the quarter. Pass down low for DeHart, and DeHart gets hacked from behind.
Let's see the block here. I think this is a good block. She gets the ball. Now watch her go straight up in the air. Yeah, it's all ball. I think AC was just a little dramatic falling to the ground there, thinking she was going to draw the foul, but
In real time, I thought there may have been some body contact before the block, but looking at the replay, I think you're right, Paul. That looked pretty clean. First free throw by DeHart is good. That gives her 12. Next shot up and good, so NU manages to convert both free throws.
Go Jet. See Skip, close.
A lot of perimeter passing. Nice cut by Ramsey. Ramsey puts it up, no good. DeHart with the rebound.
Eyes. Gonna be available, Sarah. Under again.
And mark to Willis. Willis thought about the three. Now Baldwin. Baldwin takes the three. Bit short. Just grazes the rim, and Woodcreek cleans it up. This is the starting five for Woodcreek that came on. The foul is called on Jen Becker. Now we see Walton and Gulsvig come in for Becker and Baldwin. Miners with a 17-point lead, 4:30 left in the third quarter. That pass crosses the half court and flies all the way out of bounds. That is the 13th Woodcreek turnover on the night. And if Coach Beck looks back at the stats of today's game, that is going to be the most glaring one. They're leading in just about every other regard. Walton back to DeHart. DeHart puts it up through traffic, not a very open shot. Now Woodcreek brings it back up, looking to bite into the 17-point deficit.
Keep low, stay low.
Good
That pass
defense.
picked off by Willis. And now DeHart all alone at the other end, puts it up and in for two. DeHart with 15.
That steal was the result of just good, solid zone defense, Steve.
Ramsey drives, goes all the way to the basket. And Lundmark finally comes up with the rebound and draws a foul.
You'll watch the replay of that layup. Just a good, solid pass. Like I said, the zone defense stifling the offense of Woodcreek, and AC found a steal and a basket by Sammy. Good camera work by Tony Rondini, too.
Willis gets the pass on the run, but loses it. That will be a Woodcreek steal, and stolen right back by NU. Down low for Gulsvig. Gulsvig establishes position and gets fouled. Gulsvig, again, only a freshman. And we'll be seeing her for 3 more years on the varsity squad. And she really has come a long way in terms of court presence. Before she seemed almost a little scared to use her height to her advantage, and now we're seeing her boxing out, getting position, and going up and drawing contact. Gets the roll on the second one. Gulsvig with 3, and Nevada Union 3 for 4 on free throws in the quarter.
And now up by 20.
There's a long pass down low, too hot for Ramsey to handle. Woodcreek turnover number 16.
Patient. Right here, middle.
Pass up for Willis. That breaks the press. Now Lundmark gets it, passes it back to Willis. Back to Lundmark. Long skip pass for Walton. Walton drives, puts it up with the left hand. Can't get the roll. And Woodcreek gets the defensive rebound.
Good move by Walton down the middle there. That's one of the more aggressive moves I've seen her make.
Milana uses her speed to get quickly up the court and then dishes off. There's the up pass. Willis.
Oh.
Hard contact, but there's no foul called. And we've got both players are down.
Yeah, that was head on head, Steve, and that was not good. She took a hit.
I think that's Willis and I'm not sure if that's Carr or Dossie. I believe it's Dawsey. And that contact is inadvertent, so there's not going to be a foul. AC is up, and Dawsey is down.
We'll take a look at this, and it's just both players going for the ball. But you can see, I thought they hit head on, but I think an elbow, AC's elbow, got her on the noggin.
And that was not Dawsey, it was Carr, 5'5" senior. She is up and makes it to the bench. Yeah, it looked like either shoulder or elbow to the head, but she looks fine. I've taken hits like that. It's really more jarring than anything. It's hard to get your bearings.
Did you ever recover from the hit, Steve?
I'd like to think I have. But you may have to ask someone else that question. Give and go DeHart to Lundmark. Lundmark puts it up and in.
Lundmark got a prayer to go in. She knows it.
Courtney Milani brings it up, and Coach Beck takes the timeout for Wood Creek. 43-21, Miners lead.
One more look at that little hit, and you can see that both players go for the ball, but it was an elbow. Yeah, AC got it with an elbow right there above the eye, it looked like. You could hear it from here, from where we're sitting. I thought maybe that both heads clunked together, but not the case. So we'll see the scoreboard here. Here's your Casey Wood scoreboard. And I know Gil is updating right now and trying to get up. Wood Creek trailing Nevada Union 21-43. There it is. The trouncing continues. 2 points only in the third quarter. This is the last game of the season for Wood Creek. It came out of the chute in the first quarter with a lot of aggression, and it was some kind of a great basketball game going on, but unfortunately the firepower of the Nevada Union Miners has just been too much for them.
Yeah, Wood Creek's offense has not found any sort of rhythm whatsoever, and I'm not sure how much of that has to do with them switching 5 players in and out at a time. There's some nice passing going on, but blocked nicely. 18 Wood Creek turnovers to Nevada Union's 5. DeHart with the left hand goes up just a bit short. Rebound taken by Wood Creek. Kylie Daniels brings it up against Lundmark. She just throws it up against the rim, but an offensive rebound off the glass and in. Kelsey Dawsey now with 6. She leads the team. Becker with it on the left side. To Walton, to DeHart, to Lundmark. Back to Becker. Now DeHart takes the 3, and nothing but net. Sammy DeHart with 18. 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 46-23, Miners have outscored Wood Creek 2-1. Pass down low, knocked out into the hand of Lundmark. And now the shot clock is off. Nevada Union will rightly run it all the way down. Down to 10. Pass down low for DeHart. Up top for Walton. Walton takes the 3. No good. Wood Creek with the rebound. Knocked out of bounds with 1.3 seconds left. I'm not sure they'll be able to get a shot off, but Coach Beck yells at his team. He wants one.
Coach Beck's trying to find something to motivate his team. They do get a shot off. Oh! Holy cow, that's the closest one all quarter, Steve. Right off the front rim from 8 paces behind half court.
That was truly something I was not prepared for.
No, me neither. We just look up and all of a sudden the ball's in the air and it goes off the front rim.
And you see the Casey Wood scoreboard. Woodcreek Lady Timberwolves only managing to put 4 points on the scoreboard. They're getting outscored 46-23, and that was definitely the most dominant quarter of basketball by these Lady Miners.
You know, it's going to be a shock when the Miners go into playoffs next week, Steve, and take on some of the better teams in the league. This is not a good warm-up necessarily. The Miners always come into those games undersized, certainly. They can score, they can play the fast break game, and they can play the press game. They're going to need to do it in order to be successful in the playoffs.
Woodcreek has the first possession of the fourth quarter. Looking to get something going. There's the outlet pass. Shot clock down to 10. That pass picked off by DeHart. DeHart goes up, takes the jumper, and puts it up and in. Sammy DeHart with 20.
Goes up the ladder, Sammy DeHart. That's a tough shot. That's shooting from the elbow after you've elevated. Not a lot of players can do that.
Woodcreek down by 25. Looking for some sort of offensive production by really anyone will do at this point in the game. That pass for no one falls out of bounds. I think it was intended for Caitlin Carr, but it was just too high for her. That is the 21st Woodcreek turnover of the game.
Pay looking inside, finds Sammy at the post. Sammy doesn't pass, decides to shoot, no good.
Jackus comes up with the rebound, knocks it all the way out, but Grace Pay can't save it.
Jackus in getting some time now, being encouraged by Coach McDaniel.
Jackus has not seen much playing time this year, but she is in. She's matched up against Hannah Ostafjord. Jackus has 2 inches on her. More perimeter passing from Woodcreek, unable to get anything going in the post. Shot clock down to 5. Ramsey dishes out 3 on the way. And it's up and good from Caitlin Carr, her first 3 points of the night.
And if purely for a morale's sake, Steve, they really needed that basket.
Just to prove they can still shoot threes. They're 4 for 13 on the night, only taking 2 in the third quarter. Grace Pay drives, draws the foul, and this will be a non-shooting. And now Willis will re-enter the game for the first time since contact.
And Lundmark will also come in, give Sammy a breather.
Grace Pay will inbound, fresh shot clock, 5:54 remaining in the game. Passes out to Becker. Becker to Jackus. Swings it across for Willis. Now Pay passed up a 3. Lundmark does not. Doesn't quite get the roll, and that will fly out of bounds, I believe, off of Jackus, and it does. So this will be Woodcreek ball, and they trail by 22. Woodcreek with yet more perimeter passing. Looks for a give and go. Gockley with it now, looking to give it long skip pass to Ramsey for 3, and it's good. Santana Ramsey with her first 3 points of the night.
Back-to-back threes by Woodcreek.
That cuts the lead to 20. That ball's knocked out of bounds by Ramsey. Pay is in the game with 4 fouls, so I'm sure that's something she will be watching out for as DeHart comes back into the game for Jackus.
If I'm not mistaken, Steve, 15 of the 28 total points that Woodcreek has put up tonight have been 3-point balls.
You are not mistaken. That math matches up with mine. Pass down low for DeHart. Quick spin and in. And that is just so hard to defend against.
Go work. You got 2, Jen.
You really just have to double team DeHart when she's down low every time. Long 2, up and in. Kylie Daniels.
Woodcreek not going away.
They are hitting some very tough shots late in this game. That pass for Pay almost flies out of bounds. Pay gives to Willis, to Becker, back to Lundmark. Thought about the 3, gives to DeHart with the runner. No good, and Woodcreek manages to come up with the rebound. Not a lot of rebounding. That's the first rebound of the quarter, as no one's missing. Long 3 somehow off the backboard. That's Gockley again with the bank 3.
And the Rainbows keep on coming. Isn't this fun to watch? 33-50 now.
Woodcreek is now 6 of 12 3-point shooting. And that goes out of bounds off of Gockley. Nevada Union retains possession. Still up by 17, 14 on the shot clock, 3:42 on the game clock. Long pass for Becker, down low for Willis. Willis dribbles into contact. And Woodcreek manages to come up with the rebound.
They're actually outscoring NU 10-4 this quarter. Let's see if another one goes down. Oh, in and out.
Just out. Rebound taken by Lundmark, who has to fight for it, but she does keep it. Now Lundmark looked to drive and then pulled up, perhaps looking at the scoreboard. DeHart gives to Willis. Willis drives with the right hand, puts it up with the left, and gets fouled. Willis will head to the line shooting 1.
You know, I mentioned in the pregame, AC has a twin sister who plays on the JV team. It will be really fun to watch the two of them. Her sister clearly is the best player on the JVs, and I'm surprised actually she hasn't been brought up to varsity. Here's the replay there. Let's watch AC make the cut right up the middle, and she's so accurate with that left hand.
Yeah, help was just too slow in getting. She splits the defense and draws the foul easily. Quick jump ball call as Lundmark looked to strip that from Dossie, but the possession arrow does favor the Miners, so they get possession anyway. 53-33 is the score, 2:46 left in the game. And this is senior night, so there will be some senior honoring after the game. Be sure to stay with us for that.
You know,
long 3 from DeHart is good. That's the first 3-pointer of the quarter. And DeHart now with 25. The other end, a 3 from Woodcreek. That's no good. Baldwin fights for the rebound and can't get it. Woodcreek looks to pressure. Nice runner by Daniels, no good. But Daniels comes up with it, puts it back in. Daniels with 5.
And Woodcreek continues to outscore NU in the 4th.
And they still trail in this game by 21. Ball knocked away from Pay. Referee has to scamper out of the way. Pay drives by herself and draws the foul. That was a quick whistle. I'm not sure if this will be a shooting foul. It does look like it will be.
Senior parents, please move to the southeast corner of the gym. Thank you.
I'm not sure anyone with a compass knows which corner is the southeast, but I'm sure they'll figure it out.
The seniors have been advised to go there, and you see many of them going to all 4 corners, so that.
And Melissa Wilcoxon and Ella Walton will come in for DeHart and Lundmark. Nice round of applause for those two as they come off as Pay hits both her free throws. 58-35 is the score. Woodcreek with 16 fouls puts Nevada Union in the bonus. Daniels, quick move inside, again gets her own rebound. This time the rebound is stolen by Gulsvig. And NU dribbles out of trouble to Baldwin. Baldwin for two. Doesn't quite get the roll. Wilcoxon with the rebound. Fighting with Daniels for it. It's a jump ball. And Woodcreek will have possession. We have some subs coming in for Woodcreek. And we will see Jackus come in for Gulsvig. With 129, I believe this will probably be the 5 that stay in for Nevada Union. Woodcreek looking for some quick points to not go away quietly. There's a long two. That's no good. Wilcoxon comes up with the rebound. Gives to Pay. Pay brings it up. 1 minute left in regulation. Jackus to Walton. Walton drives, shoots the runner. No good. Can't quite come up with her own rebound, but it does fall to Baldwin. Wilcoxon comes back to Pay. .45 seconds left. There's a rare Nevada Union turnover, just their 6th on the night. That was a fantastic number.
It's an unbelievable number. They need to keep that up in the playoffs.
I think Wilcoxon maybe got away with a push this late. Nice move to the basket, no good, and Wilcoxon comes up with the rebound. Shot clock is off. And good hustle by Morgan Cashow to knock that ball out of bounds. But 18.9 seconds, I don't think if Woodcreek gets the steal, they will try and pressure for it. I think NU just wants to run the clock out. But what do I know is Baldwin takes a 3. No good, and Woodcreek with the rebound. 12 seconds left. I believe Woodcreek will get one solid opportunity. Gives to Ramsey. Ramsey drives baseline, and a nice move to the basket. Santana Ramsey ends the night with 5 points, but the Nevada Union Lady Miners put on an offensive show. And they end up winning this game 58-37.
As the teams congratulate each other, Woodcreek ending their season, and the Miners will move on. As you see in the background, festivities getting set up for senior night. We'll have coverage of that here momentarily. As our producer says, double bonus coverage of senior night.
And there's your Casey Wood scoreboard. At least for one quarter, the Woodcreek Lady Timberwolves managed to outscore the Nevada Union Lady Miners 14-12. But the deficit was just far too great for really any team to come back from, as Nevada Union ends up winning this game by 21.
John McDaniels there trying to sort out balloons here. Good luck with that. He will find out and will sort out who his playoff opponent will be, as he discussed with Gil Dominguez during their interview. They're not really sure yet how that will shake out. As the seniors and their parents will step forward shortly.
Now let's just talk about these game stats, because I'm sure the Lady Miners fans will want to know how this team managed to win by such a large deficit. And in a word, it's just turnovers. Woodcreek with 21 turnovers, Nevada Union with 6. That is the biggest turnover differential I have ever seen in a high school basketball game. And that is a testament to Nevada Union's defense. And they did get in a bit of foul trouble. Grace Pay was playing with 4 fouls for a bit, but it paid off in the turnover production. Woodcreek, I think if Woodcreek has one thing to look back on this game on proudly, it's that they managed to get 8 of their players on the scoreboard. Nevada Union had 6, and only 2 of those players came from the bench. Casey Baldwin scoring 12 off the bench, doing a great job letting Grace Pay take a rest and not foul out of this game. And really, I'm having a hard time deciding who the player of the game should be tonight, because I think Casey Baldwin's 12 was excellent. Sammy DeHart scoring 25, though. She was a machine all night.
Yeah, but we could give it to Sammy virtually every night. I think Casey, in lieu of the fact that she has come from so far, she was not nearly the player she was that we saw this game. She's come from being a bench player, in fact a distant bench player, now to being a real contributor to this team. I think we should honor Casey tonight, but that's just my opinion, Steve, and I'm going to let you make the call.
I'll give this one more push. It is senior night.
That's true.
It is senior night.
And Sammy DeHart has carried this team, and if they're going to have success in the playoffs, they're going to need to lean heavily on Sammy's sweet as butter jumper to score a minimum of 20 points a night. Listen, you can give it to Sammy tonight as far as I'm concerned. That's your call, Steve.
Yeah, let me dig a quarter out. I'll flip it.
Oh, we can't we can't do that. We can't do that.
Just as well I don't happen to have one on me.
I'll tell you what, let's watch senior night. I'll let you review that, and we're just going to sit quietly and watch these seniors and their parents.
That works for me.
As they go out in the middle of the floor.
And first off, we will honor the senior cheerleaders.
Choreographing a halftime for a fallen cheerleader. Taylor says she will never forget her years of cheer and the family it has given her. Next up is Samantha Pelzer. Has been cheerleading for 3 years and is currently a captain of the varsity squad. Tonight she is accompanied by her dad, Jay, her mom, Amy, and her 3 sisters, Madison, Sydney, and Delana. Next up is Morgan Twitchell, is being escorted by her younger siblings, Kendra and Jody, her mom, Denise, and her dad, Jordan. She has been cheering for 3 years, and this is her 2nd year on varsity. One thing she will miss about cheer is all the close friends she's made and all the fun times she's had at practices and games. Next up is Nashila Sapecki. Is accompanied by her younger siblings, Corton and Emma. She has been cheering and in you for 3 years now and has enjoyed every minute of it. When she looks back on her years of cheering, she remembers the day she hit her. Next up is Noelle Wise, is walking with her mother, Brandon Wise, father, Kent, sister, Haley, and grandparents, Warren and Penny. After graduation, Noelle plans to attend Carrington College to receive her RBT. She will continue to work to go to school to become a veterinarian with a focus on oncology. Cassidy Morrison is walking with her parents, Renee and Johnny, and her sister Sydney. After high school, she plans to go to college and pursue a career in the medical field.
Next up, let's turn the mic over to Ella Walton, who's going to introduce the girls.
All right, first up for the girls is Grace May. She is being escorted by her parents, John and Kathleen May. Grace played. Grace played on JV for a year and varsity for the past 2 years. She's a captain this year. I've known Grace since I was in 7th grade when we started playing on May 18th together. At first, we were both so quiet, it took a while for us to get to know each other. She even asked me if I had gotten my mouth surgically sewn shut at the tournament last summer. Those were the first words I remember her saying to me. Since then, we've grown much closer, especially this year. Grace has made my first year on varsity enjoyable, and I will miss you next year. You have been a great leader all the years I've played with you, an inspiring basketball player, but more than that, a terrific role model on and off the court. Wherever you go after high school, they will be lucky to have you, and I can't wait to see what's next for you. I'm happy I get the chance to speak about Grace, the other Grace. I'm a freshman on the team, the new one. I felt shy when basketball first started, a little intimidated by the older girls. Grace recognized that I was shy and reached out to me for friendship. In basketball, she's excited to watch and see her athleticism to jump from high, roll around, with layup, and launching herself in the air towards the basket. Off the court, she's my friend, acting as if she's like my older sister, always making me laugh with her witty comments and humorous smile. Whenever we are together, we always end up having a bit long conversation that covers everything about life. By recognizing Grace, some of the goals I personally share and want to achieve. Work hard at everything, especially school. Have fun, be warm and welcoming to others, especially new girls entering the school in fourth quarter. Thank you, Grace, for making this year of basketball a great experience. I will miss you, and I wish you much success in your future. Next, we have Jen Becker, number 24. Four-year basketball player at NU, has brought so much to the program. She is being escorted by her father's son. Jen is a great leader and a hard-working teammate. She pushes me and all the team to do our best at every practice so we can perform highly in the games. The team is strengthened by her relentless defense. Jen is the loudest person on and off the court. Her voice will be missed. Jen plans to go to Monterey State and will be a great addition to the school. Some of the best memories I have had with Jen involve student council and the great times at the retreat. Also having to wake up and endure zero period together have brought us closer. Although basketball season is not where the friendship began, it is a place where the friendship has grown, and I am going to miss her greatly because of that. We all know Jen did great things after high school, but her time here will have left an even greater impression. We love you, Jen. Up next is Sarah Lemhart. She's being escorted by her father, Chris, her sister, Natalie, and her brother, Matt. Sarah has played basketball for 3 years here at Nevada Union and has also been a 4-year varsity softball player. She has always worked hard during the off-season to strive to be the best. Sarah is a great leader on and off the court, helping her fellow teammates to be the best we can be, and by pushing us to
University.
Next up is Trevor Humphreys. Trevor Humphreys, aka T-Will, T-Wack, T-Fiend, T-Hum, is accompanied by his girlfriend Ashley Willis, her mom Sharon Dykes, her brother Young Mark, her sister AC Willis, and her wonderful aunt Nancy DiMartini. His best friend Miles Yamuchi and his mom Joan Yamuchi. T-Hum's future plans are to attend Sac State and study law enforcement and criminology.
Trevor is best known for always trying to dunk and how cute him and his girlfriend Boo Bear are together. His favorite memory is hitting a game-winning half-court whack when we were up by 40. He has expressed his gratitude for having the opportunity to be on the 2014-15 Valley Union boys basketball team every day.
And last up, we have Giovanni Mendoza. Gio is walking with his mother Maggie and his brother Hugo. Gio's favorite memory of the gospel season was when my brother Daniel put a meatball on John Cheney's drink, and when we went thrift shopping, and Bo was wearing a Hawaiian shirt and super short shorts and Yukai. And the team will miss Gio's hustle, energy, and defense next year. And Giovanni says one of the most things he'll miss about high school is the routine, schedule, and structure of high school.
Gio wants to go to Sierra College and get an EMT, working firefighting business. He will still play basketball with friends and other pickup games. He likes to watch soccer on the weekends, and his favorite team is Chivas. And we like his nickname is G.
Well, there you have it. There are the seniors for the cheerleaders, the varsity basketball team, and the girls' varsity basketball team. Certainly the future is looking very bright for both basketball teams. Only 2 seniors are leaving for the boys. And if you take a look at the junior and the underclassmen production for the ladies team, this is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the next 3-4 years.
It certainly will, Steve, and Touchdown Productions will be here to cover it. Gil Dominguez dedicated to these schools and to these programs, been a big part of it. I want to thank you, Steve. I've enjoyed having your partnership this year and following these girls, and let's hope that they have continued success in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I certainly remember my last baseball game at Bear River. You know, the baseball teams don't have senior nights like this, mostly because if you had our teammates talk about, you know, each other, you'd have to censor out every fifth word, which would not be too good for community morale. But I certainly remember where I played, how I played, who I played against. It's not something that's going to be forgotten anytime soon, and that was 9 years ago for me. Wow, I probably shouldn't have had that thought.
You know, we didn't have senior night when back in 1972 when I graduated. I wish we had, because I'd like to have dedicated the time that my parents put in to getting me to all those practices and supporting me, and to the teachers that helped me to get the minimum grades that I needed in order to play those sports. I played, and back in those days they let you play more than one sport. I actually played 4 sports: ran track, played baseball, football, and basketball.
Mm-hmm.
That's unheard of anymore. That they just don't allow that kind of multi-sport activity because they want such dedication within the sport that you choose. But
not since the great Anthony Wells, class of 2005 at Bear River.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, with that being said, our executive producer, Gilbert M. Dominguez. I'm sure the Wells family appreciate that shout out. Camera operators, Sanya Enos, Tony Rondini, and Jeremy Campbell. Announcers Steve Sitter and Paul Brown. Paul, as always, thanks for joining me tonight.
Always a pleasure, Steve. Thanks for bringing the Skittles.
Remote facilities, the Commander 2. Commander Maintenance, Plaza Tire and Auto Service, and Reeves Auto Parts. Player of the Game Award, Touchdown Productions, and Stookie Engravers. I say we give it to Sammy. It's senior night.
Okay, Sammy, to heart it is.
Touchdown Accounting, Cinto Graziano, LLP. And that wraps up the 2015 regular season. PVL and SFL are both over with playoff start next week. Nevada Union just might get a home game. And we are on the road to the section title, San Joaquin section 2014-2015. We'll be there every step we can to bring you all the best prep basketball in the area. So for Paul Brown, Gil Dominguez, and the rest of the Touchdown Production Sports team, I'm Steve Sitter saying good night, and we will see you next week.